Hello and welcome to my new channel. I'm your host Sid and this is the Passenger's Code. And in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about Dexter Resurrection, a show that can be considered as the true revival for a goated TV series. After the disappointing finale on Season 8, followed by a far more frustrating end in New Blood, Dexter is back with a brand new series, reigniting our passion for this amazing TV show. After watching the first season finale of Dexter Resurrection, I think we can all agree that this season was a masterpiece. The writing was great, the scripts were clever with a pinch of dark comedy, and to put the cherry on the cake, the amazing performances of Michael C. Hall and Peter Dinklage. So today for my first video, I'm gonna be talking about a theory on the identity of the New York Ripper, a dangerous murderer terrorizing the streets of New York. While some of the content creators online speculated that we already came across this killer through characters such as Blessing Kamara or Detective Oliva, or even Harrison's girlfriend Gigi. But I believe that it's none of the above. For me, the writers of Dexter Resurrection would be smart enough to take a new direction, as picking an already existing character that we already know to be the next antagonist is a bit lazy in my opinion, since they did that on multiple occasions in the past. Dexter Resurrection is a different show, with a fresh set of ideas. However, I think the producers of the show actually dropped some hints about the identity of the New York Ripper. So here's what we learned so far about this notorious killer. 1. The New York Ripper is a man. Ever since he stopped killing, the New York Ripper started tormenting the loved ones of his victims, calling them and telling them the graphic details about how he performed his killings, which makes us believe that he's a man. Well, some of you may argue that he could be using a voice changer, and for me, that would be a stretch, and I don't lean towards this idea. 2. The New York Ripper was acquainted with Leon Prater, as Leon possesses the hook that he used to kill his victims. Maybe a departure gift since he retired from murder? Who knows? But we can be sure of one thing: Prater knows his identity. 3. Leon Prater mentioned that the New York Ripper used to terrorize the streets where he once played when he was a child. Now that could suggest that the New York Ripper is in fact an old man, or simply we cannot know his age, because Prater simply meant that he grew up in New York. I personally lean towards the first suggestion. I believe that the New York Ripper is indeed an old man, about 15 to 20 years older than Prater himself, perhaps. 4. In the season's finale, where we discovered the files Prater kept about all the killers he dealt with, we find the New York Ripper's file with his real name, Don Framt, making his identity public and known to the police. But what if I told you that this is not where it ends? What if Don Framt is just an alias? We may have other clues that were dropped in the same episode that may add some depth to the story. I personally think that it's too simple if the police already figured out his true identity so early in the show, because it doesn't go well with the greatness we've seen so far from this series. So the first additional hint that the showrunners dropped in the finale is that we can see a picture of Prater and the NYPD Commissioner Franklin McNamara at a marina near his yacht, just outside the vault, suggesting that the two are close friends. Friends that could share the same psychopathic tendencies, perhaps? Who knows? Franklin McNamara was also one of the two characters mentioned by their names in the finale, a detail that may be seen as irrelevant, but for me I think it's highlighted for a reason. It is also worth pointing out that Commissioner McNamara fits the profile that we talked about earlier, an old man who once terrorized the streets of New York. McNamara could also be the one who provided Prater with some of the trophies we've seen in his vault, since he holds a high position in the NYPD. The only thing that bothers me about this theory is the fact that we already had killers who were part of law enforcement in the past, such as Dexter Morgan, Captain Aaron Spencer, and supposedly the Bay Harbor Butcher James Dokes. But there's still a possibility for this theory to be true, and I personally think that it's a decent one. So what do you guys think? Do you think that Franklin McNamara is the New York Ripper? Could it be a new character that we haven't seen yet? Leave your thoughts in the comments. Tell me your own personal New York Ripper theories. Let me know what you think. And with this we come to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. And since this is a new channel, I'd love to see your suggestions about the next topic you want me to talk about. I'm a big fan of Dexter and I'm willing to make more videos about the show. And I'm also open to making videos about other villains or anti-heroes from movies or television. So I can't wait to see what you guys want. Leave a like, a comment if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video where I will be unmasking TV's darkest minds. Peace.